turn 4, but I just don't see him being able to pull it off.
He's getting a big push. He's getting a big push.
He's coming. He's up to second.
Hamlin a second, up
Watch
high.
the inside, watch the inside. Martin Truex Jr. 3 wide.
Truex to the bottom. No, don't wreck.
Kenseth saves it. Here they come to the line. This is the finish of the Daytona 500.
Come on,
Side by side, bouncing off each other.
Unbelievable.
Well, that was a heck of a finish for the Daytona 500. It definitely makes up for the more or less lackluster race in general. But, hey, it's always good to end on a good note. That's definitely a good one for the tabloids and hopefully makes motorsports a little bit better. Let's dive into the exact little situation there, because I know there's going to be a lot of people on both sides of the fence with the little Kenseth-Hamlin debacle, fender rubbing action there. I am definitely on the side of Mr. Denny Hamlin there. That was a heck of a drive on the last lap to come back from like 2 miles back, more or less, like 4 car lengths. But nevertheless, in a last lap to come back like that is absolutely incredible. He had definitely a great push and came across the line. Mr. Kenseth tried to block him. And that's more or less where he went wrong. I think he would have had him anyway if he didn't try to block him, but he didn't do it very good. He went up too high, and Mr. Hamlin more or less gave the, we'll call it the NASCAR Crossover. He acted like he was going to go really, really high, and then came up underneath him, and he got his front nose underneath the rear bumper of him before Mr. Kenseth can come back down on him. So definitely good move on you. There was a little bit of contact, and Kenseth definitely dropped back to 10th position, but that was it's the name of the game. I think definitely Hamlin played his cards better there, and luckily came away with the win, barely over Mr. Truex. But nevertheless, it was a great finish, and I don't know. Let me know what you think. Are you on the other side of the fence here? Because I can see some other people are going to start, probably rage commenting below if they're Mr. Kenseth fan. But nevertheless, let's move on to the next topic we're gonna dive into here today. Today is Monday night. I'm releasing this. Usually I'd like to want to try and release these Monday morning, but I was at the track yesterday and I just crashed when I got home. But because it's the nighttime, they actually had the first test for Formula 1, the first day of testing. I don't want to dive into that too much, or we'll get into that next week, mostly because I don't really like how the results are standing up right now, and I want to wait for the first full test session to finish before we dive into the Formula 1 stuff. Our next tidbit of racing news comes from the sports car side of things with João Barbosa. I know I'm not the only one to have trouble with his name. João Barbosa. I'm gonna stick with that. Somebody will viciously correct me down below. I know you will. Feel free. But he broke his arm. I kind of think that this is funny in the fact that he's not crucially out of it, but he broke his arm in a hoverboard accident. So, yeah, he's probably not going to live that one down in the paddock for a while now. But he should be back to things within a couple of weeks. Hopefully, he doesn't miss too many races. And in some more sports car, but also possibly IndyCar news, Alexander Rossi, who was dropped recently from Manor Formula 1, is going to be moving, nothing in concrete, but possibly IndyCar. But he said there's also a couple options for him in the World Endurance Challenge. I personally hope he comes to IndyCar, because that way I can go watch him at Long Beach, and he's just more in the States kind of thing. That's just, I don't know. I prefer he goes to IndyCar, but I can't hold him back. I'll let him do what he wants to do. But that's pretty cool. And to kind of go a little bit more into that, the IndyCars, some more IndyCar news. Their Indy 500 tickets for the 100th annual are plastic. Quite intriguing, actually, but they revealed those last week or what it was, and they're probably going to sell out like hotcakes, because people are going to try and buy them because they're going to be all fancy and think they're going to be worth money one day, but they're probably not, because they're probably just going to oversell them, and hopefully it's not like people just buy a bunch of them and don't even end up going to the race, and they just buy them just to have the ticket. Hopefully we don't see that, but I don't know, it'd be pretty cool. I would like to have one, but obviously I'm not going to go through the effort to try and get one. Well, that's going to wrap it up for all my racing tidbits for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to enlighten me with your thoughts down below. Next week, we should be out Monday morning next week. I'll try to have these out Monday morning, not in the afternoon, but it definitely depends on how my weekend goes, if I'm at the track or not. But nevertheless, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of these. Like it to make me feel good. And until next time, stay true and race on.